During her 60-year career, Dr. Mary Howard attained many professional accomplishments, including serving as ACPA's 38th president and second African American president. Dr. Howard was an active leader in ACPA for most of the 1970s, holding several positions on the Executive Council and chairing the Women's Task Force. Perhaps most well known for being a practicing psychologist in diverse settings, Dr. Howard served as Dean of Student Services at Hostos Community College, Director of the Counseling Center at Federal City Community College in Washington, D.C., Dean of Kearney Campus at Mercer County Community College of Trenton, and Associate Director of the Middle States Association in Philadelphia. Dr. Howard retired in 2010 as a longtime psychologist in the Department of Veterans Affairs in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Dr. Howard was highly engaged in her St. Cloud community, where she co-founded the St. Cloud branch of the NAACP, the Civilian Police Review Board, and served on many boards and advisory councils, including the Minnesota Sentencing Guidelines Commission and St. Cloud Civil Service Board. She was the first Minnesotan to ever be recognized as a distinguished elder by the American Psychological Association and was a founding member and elder of the Minnesota Association of Black Psychologists. Today, we send our support and appreciation to Dr. Howard's adult foster children, as well as their children, as we honor the 94-year life, legacy, and passing of Dr. Mary T. Howard on September 5th, 2021. For over 42 years, Dr. Terry E. Williams advanced the field of student affairs by mentoring generations of professionals and early career faculty across the globe with a humble spirit, commitment to social justice, belief in the inherent goodness and talent of those around him, and ability to see potential in people that they did not see in themselves. In addition to student affairs professional and faculty roles at Illinois Wesleyan University and the Illinois Institute of Technology, Dr. Williams was most well known for his efforts building the higher education graduate program in service to his beloved Loyola University Chicago. There, he served as faculty, department chair, founder of the International Graduate Program, and interim dean of the School of Education. Over his lifetime, Dr. Williams attained many professional accomplishments, including obtaining NASPA's Melvin Hardy Dissertation of the Year Award, election as ACPA's first Vice President of State Divisions, ACPA President from 1992 to 1993, Chair of ACPA's 2002 Next Gen Conference, 1999 Diamond Honoree, and Trustee for the ACPA Foundation. He will be remembered as the leader who shepherded ACPA through its disaffiliation from the American Counseling Association into independent organizational status. He cultivated Loyola University Chicago's reputation for preparing professionals through a social justice lens and expanded international higher education through programs in Italy, Vietnam, and China. With this memorial resolution today, we celebrate and remember the life of Dr. Terry Williams and send our love and best wishes to his loving wife, friends, family, and colleagues. During his 31 years in higher education, Richard L. Jones provided leadership in higher education through his roles at Vanderbilt University, Huntingdon College in Alabama as the first Black dean, and Rowan University as Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students. Dean Jones helped establish Rowan's Office of Social Justice, Inclusion, and Conflict Resolution, and is perhaps most well known for his service to students and efforts benefiting underrepresented groups, including men of color and first-generation college students. He was a proud brother of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, and at the time of his passing, Richard was completing the dissertation phase of his doctoral program in Educational Leadership, Policy, and Law at Alabama State University. We will remember Dean Jones for his impeccable style, charisma, and mentorship as he helped advocate for thousands of students and created transformational educational opportunities that will have a long-lasting ripple effect for years to come. We remember Richard Jones's many gifts and talents as we mourn his passing on December 21st, 2021, with this memorial resolution today. During his half-century in higher education, Dr. William Bill Butler attained many professional accomplishments, including serving as ACPA president from 1971 to 1972. During his time as president, he implemented Tomorrow's Higher Education Project, a call for the reassessment, reconceptualization, and redefinition of the mission of the college student personnel profession. Dr. Butler's legacy is closely connected with his role as the first Vice President for Student Affairs and as a professor of education at the University of Miami from 1965 until his retirement in 1997. Upon his retirement, the University of Miami Board of Trustees named the Student Volunteer Center, established by Bill in 1989, as the William R. Butler Center for Volunteer Service and Leadership Development. In 1997, the UM Alumni Association named an annual award in his name that is bestowed upon an alum who has demonstrated extraordinary community service. Even in his retirement, Bill maintained an active involvement in both student and alumni affairs at the University of Miami. After serving as ACPA president, Dr. Butler joined the editorial board of the Journal of College Student Personnel from 1973 to 1976 and was an inaugural inductee into the ACPA Foundation's first Diamond Honoree class in 1999. Today we remember Dr. William R. Butler's 95-year legacy and his love of students, colleagues, and family as we mourn and honor his life and passing on December 30th, 2021. Although they were not directly a part of the ACPA membership in recent years, our community also mourns the passing of Maurice Washington, Clement Von Tress, Jonathan Smith, Robert Schoenberg, Mark Suggs, and Dan Ocampo. Dr. E. Eyster Harper, Vice President Emerita for Student Life at the University of Michigan, retired from her illustrious career in January 2020, following an over 40-year career, having also served as Senior Associate Vice President, Dean of Students, Assistant to the Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Assistant to the Dean of the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts. Dr. Harper has been involved in a number of community activities, serving on the Ann Arbor Board of Education, the Board of Directors of the Ann Arbor Hands-On Museum, and the Executive Board of the Ann Arbor branch of the NAACP. Dr. Harper has always been a passionate advocate for the student voice in higher education administration and is known to many as a transformative, inspirational leader. We congratulate Dr. E. Eyster Harper on her retirement and wish her well with this resolution today. Retired as of January 31st, 2021, Dr. Annie Stevens served the student affairs profession for over 36 years as an administrator, educator, scholar, supervisor, editor, and mentor to many throughout her career at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of Vermont. At the time of her retirement, Dr. Stevens was Vice Provost for Student Affairs and a faculty member in the University of Vermont's Higher Education and Student Affairs program. Dr. Stevens is also well known for her service and leadership in ACPA and Hawaii, and is a 2011 Diamond Honoree and recipient of the ACPA Voices of Inclusion Award. Above all, we celebrate Dr. Stevens for her vision and leadership, love for learning, deep integrity, commitment to equity and inclusion, and for shaping the lives of college students, staff, and our profession as a whole. We congratulate Dr. Annie Stevens on her retirement and wish her well with this resolution today. After a 40-year career, Dr. Patricia Pat King announced her retirement on May 31st, 2021, while serving as Professor of Higher Education at the University of Michigan. In addition to her leadership and service at the University of Michigan, Dr. King previously held roles as Professor and Chair of Higher Education and Student Affairs at Bowling Green State University, Assistant Vice President for Student Services at The Ohio State University, Senior Research Psychologist in the Division of Student Services at the University of Iowa, and instructor in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction at the University of Minnesota, Minneapolis. Dr. King served the Association for Moral Education, Association for the Study of Higher Education, and ACPA in a variety of leadership roles, and is a recipient of the Association's Award for Lifetime Achievement, Senior Scholar, Contribution to Knowledge, and Diamond Honoree. Today we honor Dr. King and her career as a consummate scholar, teacher, leader, advocate, and mentor, and also for living a full life outside of the Academy, as demonstrated through her cherished time with family and friends, avid outdoor adventures, and travel throughout the U.S. and abroad. We thank and congratulate Dr. Pat King for her many contributions to higher education and ACPA, and wish her well in her retirement activities. Dr. W.M. Gregory Sawyer served the profession of student affairs and higher education through service and leadership for over 38 years, most recently as the Vice President for Student Affairs at Sonoma State University. Prior to this role, Dr. Sawyer serviced 4 institutions, including over 12 years as Dean of Students and other roles at the University of North Texas, 7 years as the founding Dean of Student Services and Chief Student Affairs Officer at Florida Gulf Coast University, and 15 years as the founding Vice President of Student Affairs at California State University, Channel Islands. His dedication to the profession also included leadership as a former commissioner to the California Student Aid Commission. Dr. Sawyer is a class of 2015 ACPA Diamond Honoree and has been celebrated by ACPA on numerous occasions, including the 2007 Senior Student Affairs Practitioner of the Year Award, the 2016 Excellence in Practice Award, and this year's recipient of the Contribution to Higher Education Award. Throughout his career, he has mentored many students and professionals, and today we congratulate Dr. W.M. Gregory Sawyer on his retirement and wish him and his partner, Dr. Rita Gloria Sawyer, well with this resolution today. ACPA congratulates 2 entity groups who have reached milestone anniversaries this year. The Michigan chapter of ACPA celebrates their 70th anniversary, and the Caribbean Tertiary Level Personnel Association celebrates their 25th anniversary. Both of these groups have provided their members with innovative, personal, and accessible professional development, scholarship, and networking opportunities. Congratulations on your milestone anniversaries and for your impact, leadership, and service to the higher education community. We are also pleased to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the development and sharing of ACPA's strategic imperative for racial justice and decolonization. First developed in 2016 as the Strategic Imperative for Racial Justice, the call for higher education to also work to decolonize was added in 2017, resulting in our honoring the 5-year history of this critical contribution to our field.